Ursula von der Leyen faces a nightmare decision over whether to sack EU trade chief Phil Hogan for flouting coronavirus rules. The Commission's £240,000 a year trade commissioner has been rounded on by Irish leaders, who all insisted he breached public health guidelines to curb the spread of the pandemic when he travelled to Ireland for a golf dinner with 81 others. In an interview, Mr. Hogan issued a grovelling apology and claimed his future is now in the hands of Mrs. von der Leyen, the European Commission's president. Asked if he would resign, the eurocrat replied, "Ultimately the president of the Commission makes that decision, it's not for me to make that decision at the end of the day. I was asked to give a fuller account by the president, in fact I was asked by the Taoiseach, and I hope people will see I've done everything possible in order to comply with the COVID-19 regulations. And I certainly, in good faith, did everything I possibly could to comply with those regulations because we all have responsibilities." His apology came after Irish Prime Minister Michael Martin and Leo Varadkar, the Deputy Premier, said Mr. Hogan should consider his position. The Trade Commissioner sparked fury after attending a dinner with 81 people organised by a Gulf Society in Ireland's Parliament. The so-called Gulf Gate affair prompted the resignation of Agriculture Minister Dara Colliery after he attended the gathering. But in a statement, the leaders of the three government parties said, "Concerns remain about Mr. Hogan's movements after arriving in Ireland last month. It is clear that breaches of public health guidelines were made by Commissioner Phil Hogan since he travelled to Ireland," Mr. Martin and Mr. Varadkar said. The government guidelines clearly required him to restrict his movements for 14 days. He should also have limited his movements to and from Kildare for essential travel only, and he should not have attended the e.r.u.pts Gulf Society dinner. People are correctly angered by these actions given the sacrifices so many have made to adhere to public health guidelines. They added the EU commissioners' delayed and hesitant release of information undermined public confidence. In an attempt to explain the controversy, Mr. Hogan delivered a lengthy explanation of his movements to Mrs. von der Leyen.